keep telling you these cracking Tesla deals were for a limited period, and not to get too complacent as they have an expiry date in mind, for which breaking Tesla news has hit the US, that being that the 0% APR deal is going to end for new orders on December the 15th, with you needing to accept delivery by the 31st of December. And this could quite easily happen anywhere across the world at the moment, and once one country moves, subsequent countries will then follow. So take this as potentially your last opportunity that Tesla will be promoting such deals for the Tesla Model 3 and Tesla Model Y. Particularly for the Model Y, with the rumour of the lineup breaking into 2 maybe. See video above for more information. It really begs the honest question of why not consider the base Model Y today? It guarantees the longest range Tesla that you can buy today with the same max charging speeds and at the lowest price. But ultimately, there could be more you could miss out on if the new models are released. So why is that then, Adam? Well, I'll highlight all the details in around a 10-minute-ish video. So if this video sounds like an interesting insight, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Right, let's get deep into the reasons why. First up, let's consider that there is no refresh or new models out early next year. You could well be paying more just on the finance deals, and that's quite obvious by looking at that 16th of December date in the US. Plus you also got that US federal tax credit that could be about to change. That could have quite the impact. Don't forget that you can also use my referral link in the description of the video to help you with your purchase, but the distinct possibility that Tesla's models could be about to become more expensive due to the changing in the finance deals is very much a reality that we face in the short term. But Tesla are trying to make more affordable models, you thought. That is true, and effectively true to Tesla's mission for sure. But aside from the ticket price, 85% of new car purchases in the US are completed through financing over cash, and that rate is even higher in the UK at 90%. Therefore, with a Tesla Model Y successor likely to be an upgrade, there is no guarantee that the vehicle will be cheaper than it is today. If it offers more value for the same ticket price, or even if it is marginally cheaper, this is going to be the sticking point here. Tesla is offering competitive leasing deals and low finance rates, 0% here in the UK and the US for now. That is then going to be hard to beat. So if the new model or models released is around the corner, anticipate higher interest rates to start as Tesla do start to build up a healthy supply. At that point, Tesla then has the ability to then start dropping that interest rate, if they even need to. Then there is the uncertainty the trims the new models will bring, and the difference between the base and performance trims. How will they stack up against the guarantees of today? Well, as I mentioned before, you know that the base Model Y actually gives you the most range, the fastest charging speeds, and at the cheapest prices. The Model Y long-range rear-wheel drive is an absolute beast. But will a refreshed Tesla Model Y go back to just the rear-wheel drive, the long-range all-wheel drive and performance Model Y setup, and then actually skip that rear-wheel drive long-range Model Y setup? After all, Tesla did like and rave about the LFP battery found in the rear-wheel drive Model Y. And if so, a refreshed based Tesla Model Y would likely offer more than 283 miles WLTP than the original rear-wheel drive Model Y did, but stepping up to 373 miles on an LFP pack would be a mighty jump for the base spec. And I mean, credit to Tesla, they can achieve the impossible for sure, but there is no guarantee that it will come with a price cut if they manage that. Or maybe it will sacrifice that max charge rate against the long range or the performance variant. Personally, I think that the base spec may not be as competitive as today's variants is against the more expensive trims potentially in the future. So my whole point here is just look at what guarantees that you can get today. Seriously, the lowest price Tesla Model Y that you can buy gives you the most range, gives you the same top tier max charging speed as the other trims, but also at the cheapest price. The next base Tesla Model Y will probably concede just one of them or maybe both of them things, respectively speaking. Moving on to, but sticking to the guarantees of today, the Tesla Model Y build quality of the 2025 Tesla Model Y is the best it's ever been. And that's because they've been able to fine tune the process since 2020, month by month, just addressing concerns like upgrading the interior and exterior materials just to prevent rattles, to suspension upgrades, to acoustic glass for better cabin noise. And if you've seen my videos before, you'll know that I've been massively impressed with the cabin noise from my Berlin Tesla Model Y. And this was a bigger jump than I actually anticipated over my Tesla Model 3. But a Tesla Model Y today single-handedly offers a guarantee that could be a deal breaker for some. That is Stalkgate. So those that know that the refreshed Tesla Model 3 has integrated functions on the stalks, either via the steering wheel or on the screen. So it has 0 stalks. And for those that own the refreshed Tesla Model 3, know that it's not really a deal breaker. But for those that aren't convinced, or they refuse to concede of the possibility that that could work, or they have indeed tried it and are still not convinced by it, you can stick by that opinion and utilize the time limited window to get the only new Tesla with stalks. That is the Tesla Model Y today. So if you are on the side of stalks, and with Tesla eradicating the stalks from the Tesla Model 3 after doing the same for the Tesla Model S and X, you can kind of anticipate Tesla's next steps for the Model Y. It doesn't really take a genius to find the trend here. So if you haven't already done that equation, and if that is your deal breaker, consider taking advantage of the deals today, plus using that referral link for the referral credit. Final point is one that I've been super consistent on. Tesla has set some ambitious goals when it comes to autonomy, and it's not just the cybercab that will play its role in autonomy. All Tesla vehicles are supposed to be Robotaxi capable with hardware 4 or AI 4 hardware. That comes as standard on all Tesla vehicles today, and that should have enough power to achieve Tesla's self-driving future. It's just software updates away from being capable, as Tesla say. So based on that, an upgraded Tesla Model Y will not offer any further enhancements here unless it has hardware 5 or AI 5 hardware. But Elon has already detailed that this is not anticipated until late 2025 or 2026. Therefore, with Tesla Model Ys today, they won't be left behind for years to come and should have plenty of life left in it. For which I've made this argument before, but it means that the new refreshed Tesla Model Y, whenever that is then released, will have hardware 4 if it releases early in 2025. And so it will be the same as this very car that you can buy today when it comes to FSD potential. Unless it's then pushed back to late 2025 or 2026 window, and that means it could then get the hardware 5 or the AI 5 camera and computer suite. But Elon and the Tesla team have already said that the camera suite today with the hardware 4 computer has not been tested to its limits, for which means, are you really gaining much more? Time will ultimately tell, but when it comes to autonomy, Tesla are telling us that this hardware today is more than enough for their anticipated goals. Is that then enough to tempt you to wait for a hardware 5 variant if you knew that was coming? So to conclude, here's what I'd seriously consider with the Tesla Model Y today. You know exactly what you're getting into and at what cost. Plus, it's probably the last time that you will have stalks if it's a non-negotiable point for you. The Tesla Model Y that you can buy today has evolved from the very first Tesla Model Ys to be released, so you can get the very best Tesla Model Y offering with Tesla's best build quality. And as a result, from a value proposition of what you're actually getting for your money, with the time-limited financial deals, well, they can't be guaranteed to be here forever, as I've just said. But I think you probably know that. When it comes to this Robotaxi future, is the next Tesla Model Y going to be able to achieve a massive step up in FSD performance? And if so, do you want that premium to come with it? Elon has flirted that hardware 5 has excess power, but how long will that take to be utilised when hardware 4's potential has not even been fully extracted yet? Time will tell, and I anticipate that the new models will truly be a great upgrade when released. But for some buyers out there, today's Model Ys will more than suit their needs and requirements. It's just the pull factor of a rumour Tesla Model Y, and I totally get that. I'm pretty hyped for that potential reveal, whenever that is, but truthfully no one knows when that is going to be, apart from Tesla itself. So what do you think? Are you actually going to wait for the refreshed Tesla Model Y, or are you going to take advantage of these offers today? Let me know in the comment section below if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video if you haven't already. Do take a look at the links in the video description as well, as there are some handsome discounts, should I say. You folks have been great, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.